gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
3.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
We go.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he completes it to Westbrook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. A nice little juke, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot in the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Cut. Out. Where are they, team?
On play action, Mariota. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. One. We got double up.
Throwing, Mariota looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's on Kevin Zeitler, acquired in the Odell Beckham trade. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. 56. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day. Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Mariota. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mariota now. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Come on, now.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check 13. Hey, Charlie.
Now Jones throwing again. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing Jones. He's got his man on the crossing route. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they take possession of the football and have it at at the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. This to Jarwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. They'll run on first down. Elliott. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You better bring it. Slam, slam, slam. Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And John Gruden has made the call. His guys are going for it.
That's trash. Shoot.
They'll run with Barkley. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
And the Giants
First down.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Cowboys' 40-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Exit.
2nd and 3. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Switch up.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Jones now on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Check. Watch 54. One. What we got?
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down and 4, Mariota. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Mariota. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Off the play fake, Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. 10th carry now for Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 10-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Gets us out to Saquon Barkley. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Set, ready? 10-2 stop. Go. Trick that ball. Let's go.
A final shot before break. Jones. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
36, 61, match box, defense.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Jones, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one. and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss two in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
On second down, Mariota again. The open man is Westbrook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Blue 18. 3.
On third down, Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Again, it's Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Jones now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back to throw. Jones. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
One. Hey, watch the slap. Three. Watch the slap.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota. Going for a right side here, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Watch out. No. One.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now Elliott. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Mariota. And that will be incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go. Hey, high 7. Let's go.
Here's Jones on first down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by Robert Quinn. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The Giants on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Jones operating from the gun. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Mariota. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
You got nothing.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw Mariota. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jones now to throw again. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
So this one will end in a